Sadly, we've reached, I believe, a new low in this war against Australia Day. And much of what happened in suburban Melbourne at 3:30 this morning has thrown up more questions, I think, than answers. In Jacob Boulevard in inner city St Kilda, some traitors to our country, too gutless to show their faces, spray red paint on a statue of explorer Captain James Cook, as they have on previous Australia Day eves. And then they elevated everything to a new low in this war against Australia Day. Using an angle grinder, the bronze statue of Cook was destroyed, cut at the ankles, leaving just Cook's statue's feet or boots. Vandalism? No, worse, a statement that these people are prepared to commit criminal damage to further their crazy march to an anti-Australia movement. What I want to know is why, even though police were contacted while this criminal act was underway, so a member of the public called the St Kilda police, that the police could not get there, even though this disgraceful act would have taken at least 15 minutes to commit. And I checked today, the St Kilda police station is 3 kilometres away. Now, under lights and siren, at worst, it'd be an 8 to 10 minute drive, probably quicker. Why didn't police respond more quickly? Or is it all too hard for Victoria Police to get involved in what amounts to an act of suburban terrorism? And why, given how many times this statue has been defaced before, were there no security cameras trained on the James Cook statue? Simple, easy technology that many of us have trained on our own front doors. St Kilda Council presumably couldn't be happier with the destruction of the statue, signalling silent support to the criminals who did it. A second statue, one of Queen Victoria near the Botanical Gardens, was also daubed with red paint with the same message: the colony will fail. Now, how sadly delusional are these morons? The exact opposite has happened since James Cook planted a Union Jack here and the first fleet turned up in 1788. The colony has been the greatest success story it could have ever been. And this attempt at poking the vast majority of Australians in the eye ought to backfire on these people who benefit greatly from Australia's social security system, the world's best free health system, living in a country with low unemployment, zero deadly conflict, and a clean environment. We need to strike back against these fools. Their time has to be up. And it starts with a proper police investigation. There must be CCTV somewhere on that street, Jacob Boulevard, that captured a vehicle or a movement toward the statue. Police must make arrests despite their tardy response and reluctance to those reports last night. St Kilda Council must quickly repair the damage and put James Cook back on his plinth. The state government must insist, if this council delays in any way, and make them do it. Average Australians are fed up with this garbage. Radical left criminals must not be allowed to get away with the hatred of our country. Gone should be the days when shaming Australia on Australia Day. It should be just a shoulder shrug and, oh, well, we'll turn a blind eye. Those of us proud of our country need to fight back with protests of our own. We need to laugh at the woke ignorance of Woolworths. We need to make it clear to sports people like millionaire cricket player Pat Cummins that we don't care what he thinks about politics, but we do care that if he is going to wear the baggy green, then he should support the coat of arms on it. Now, tomorrow, if you have a flag, here's an idea: fly it proudly. Doesn't have to be on a flagpole. Celebrate what's great about this country. Fire up a barbecue, sink some cold cans, catch up with friends and neighbours, have a swim if you live near a beach, push away all of these negative slogans, ignore the Invasion Day rubbish. Be proud to be Australian like I am, and turn your back on the Lydia Thorpe types and realise that she is in an angry minority. And thank your lucky stars you actually live here.